welcome Dr. Katie Hart.
Imagine this. Your 5-year-old child, with tears in their eyes, looks at you and says, "No one will play with me or be with my friend. I can't do anything right. I hate going to school." Heartbreaking, isn't it? Now picture hearing this at the same time their teacher tells you, "We can't handle your child. What should take minutes takes hours. Your child disrupts the class every day." And then there's your experience as the parent. Your child isn't invited to birthday parties or play dates. Your parenting skills are constantly questioned and doubted. You feel isolated, misunderstood, and alone. This isn't just a story. This is the reality faced by countless children and families every day. I hear it all the time. My name is Dr. Kat Hart, and I'm a licensed psychologist, professor, and the director of the Center for Children and Families at Florida International University. And my mission is to provide hope and solutions to young children with ADHD and their families through early screening and intervention. But here's the thing, we need your help. Why? Because we're up against a mountain of myths, misunderstandings, and misconceptions about ADHD that prevent children and families from getting the help they need. The first misconception, ADHD doesn't exist. Let's address the elephant in the room. There are still some people out there who believe that ADHD is made up. And I'm here to tell you unequivocally that ADHD is real. ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by higher than average levels of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. And these symptoms typically begin before the age of 7. While we don't know yet the exact cause, we know that ADHD is genetic as your eye color. It's not caused by too much screen time, sugar, or bad parenting. Now, I know there may be some parents in the audience thinking, aren't most kids under 7 inattentive, hyperactive, and impulsive? How would I know when to be concerned? That's a great question. And here's the difference. Not every spirited child has ADHD. For a diagnosis of ADHD, these symptoms must persist for at least 6 months, occur consistently across multiple settings like home and school, and significantly interfere with a child's ability to function socially, academically, or behaviorally. ADHD isn't a diagnosis that you can get from a quick trip to the pediatrician, a blood test, or an online quiz. It requires a comprehensive evaluation by a trained child psychologist or child psychiatrist, and that involves gathering information from parents, teachers, and the child through standardized rating scales, assessments, and interviews. The takeaway? If your child is struggling to make and keep friends, if family outings consistently end in meltdowns, if school feels like an impossible task, don't wait and see. Get help. Get a diagnosis. The second misconception, a diagnosis will label my child. I hear parents say it all the time. I don't want my child to be labeled. And I get it. You're worried. You're worried about how others, teachers, family, society will treat your child. But here's the truth. Your child isn't trying to be difficult or forgetful or hyper. Their ADHD brain is simply wired differently. More importantly, a diagnosis will open the doors. It'll help you plan a roadmap to help your child succeed and give you access to resources, services, and supports that your child would otherwise not have access to. And remember, your child's strengths and potential far outweigh any label. The third misconception: a diagnosis of ADHD means medication. Let's address the fear that often follows a diagnosis. Does this mean my child will have to be medicated? The short answer, no. Medication isn't the first step, and it's not the only solution. For young children, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends behavioral parent training and classroom interventions as the first line of treatment. Why? Because pills don't teach skills. Here's what I mean. Medication may lower your child's impulsivity so that they don't grab toys away from other children, but it won't teach them the skills they need to ask to join a game, or to share and take turns, or to organize later on, or to cope with big feelings. Behavioral therapy focuses on building these essential life skills and teaches you as the parent and your child's teacher how to better understand and support your child's unique needs. Now, medication can be helpful for some children, but if we start with behavioral therapy first and combine medication later on if needed, research shows that children often require lower doses of medication, which reduces the risk of side effects. So let's say your child is diagnosed with ADHD. What happens next? The good news is that we have a life-changing solution right here in Miami, the Summer Treatment Program, or STP, at FIU. Developed by legendary ADHD researcher Dr. William Pelham and backed by more than 40 years of research, the STP is a 6 to 8 week program that delivers the equivalent of 7 years of weekly therapy in one summer. Here's how it works. Children participate in a camp-like setting where they're grouped with peers their age and supported by highly trained staff. The program uses behavioral, social, emotional, and academic interventions that are tailored to meet the needs of every child. And parents attend weekly groups to learn the same strategies used in the camp so that progress made over the summer continues into the school year and beyond. Sprinkle in what I like to call a little summer magic. And you have the most comprehensive program for children with ADHD there is. We sadly lost Dr. Pelham in October of 2023. But his vision lives on in the countless lives of children and families whose lives have been transformed by the STP, and the countless trainees who have had the honor to learn and train in his program. And he's inspired us to go even further. Over the last 15 years, my colleague, Dr. Paula Graziano, and I, along with our incredible teams, school and community partners, and students, some of whom are in the audience tonight, have adapted and tested the STP specifically for preschoolers preparing for kindergarten. The results? Remarkable. And it's not just these significant reductions in disciplinary actions and kindergarten retention. We see large positive effects on all aspects of children's school readiness, which isn't just about academics, but also the behavioral, social, emotional, and self-regulation skills these kids critically need to play in the sandbox of life. And this is the feedback from families. They see and feel the transformation. None of this is easy. Programs like the STP require significant resources, highly trained staff, ongoing research, and funding to ensure access for those children most in need. And while we're so fortunate to have the support from organizations like the Children's Trust here in Miami, we need more resources and more funding to expand services and reach more families. Here's where you come in. To the parents out there, your child needs a village. They need you, their family, friends, neighbors, teachers, pediatricians, community leaders to believe in them. Kids with ADHD can't do it alone, and neither can you. To the teachers and school administrators in the audience, you have at least 2 children with ADHD in every classroom. Imagine if every school or teacher training program received the resources they needed to invest in training teachers how to better understand and support these students. We can help every child thrive, not just survive. Let's end on a note of hope. ADHD isn't just a challenge, it's a gift. Children with ADHD are creative, curious, persistent, and imaginative. Think of Simone Biles, Michael Phelps, Justin Timberlake, Trevor Noah, Bill Gates. All of them have ADHD, and all of them have used their unique strengths to change the world. So here's my call to action. Let's recognize the superpowers in every child. Let's act early. Let's provide the support, compassion, and resources these children need to reach their full potential. Let's rally to fund organizations and policies that champion children with ADHD and their families. Together, we can give every child with ADHD a chance to write their own success story. Thank you.